Well, faster than in the beta. In the beta it took quite a lot of time. And hey Kingy, yeah, it is weird. I definitely can imagine. I'm basically just playing the game and I stream what I play, so that's how it goes for me. Usually a lot of people watch me play, or rather stream and cast matches from Age of Mythology or Age of Empires. I like to stream also other games.
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion.
Je, česká hra v angličtině, český stream v anglicky, samozřejmě.
My lady. No, not at all.
So what's going to happen here?
At this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine.
It seems that somebody is having some ulterior motives here.
My lady, thank you.
Yes, she really should.
You shouldn't.
This is kind of funny. Like we started the game, like in Bianca, then Theresa, and right now we are with a lady that's apparently trying to seduce us or whatever.
I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you.
Well, we have learned in the codex that she's a young lady and her husband is old. So yeah, kinda guessing she needs a bit of outing.
Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you, but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Alright, so what we're gonna talk about. And where it's gonna be heading, that's the most important question here. Yeah, let's just talk to her, why not?
I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
I went to the tavern for ale and met my sweetheart Bianca. Okay.
A fellow by the name of Kunesh owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunesh had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Kunesh still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzik. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzik himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently.
One hell of a storyteller, to be honest.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz.
And a poet, apparently. The Skalitz folk fled to the castle for cover.
The gate to the castle was open. The bells and horns sounded the alarm, and the villagers ran to the castle to take cover. They were carrying the few possessions they could grab in haste, and I saw the terror in their eyes.
I can't even imagine how awful it must have been.
Yeah, quite a bit.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I ran as if my life depended on it, which it did. But my guardian angel watched over me, and I made it to the mill below the castle.
It's as well you did. The Lord be praised.
Then I heard a scream. It was Theresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life.
Okay, so it
After that,
actually
I
worked
stole a
out
horse from them
as
and
we
rode
hoped
off.
for in the
Like a
rap.
valiant knight.
So I'm definitely glad about that it's gonna be
never
heading
forget
into the
that.
direction that I aimed
It
for.
will haunt me for the rest of my life.
Okay, so it's gonna be end of story or
Terrible.
not?
How could something like that happen?
Well, kinda easily. People are
God
people.
alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world.
Oh, really?
That is the work of Satan and those who do
Oh,
his bidding.
sure.
Those who are corrupted. by
Naive,
greed,
religious people.
envy, and pride.
But that was all about Middle
It was
Ages, of
not
course,
perfect.
religion everywhere.
Whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors he went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband
That
returned
seems
to me,
like
an
modern
infirm
days.
old man.
Significantly nothing changed in the 500
Sir
or
Divish seems like a
600
good,
years
strong man.
from then.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years
Okay,
are
this
still
is
ahead
heading
of
in
you.
one direction, as we expected.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Well, that was a nice little talk, with plenty of potential implications later, that I could detect there. Gonna have to be rather careful about how we talk apparently, as this could be having serious consequences, it seems, in this game. And we didn't take off the shoes. Oh, damn it. Maybe Sir Bart is not gonna be all that happy about us if we actually did mess up the bed.
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
So far in the game I'm not having a very good record of actually following up what people are telling us to do. First with that, fail with the beer, that I forgot that I have to bring into him basically still kinda cold and whatever, and not really stale and old and such, so that was a fail number one. Right now I failed to actually take off my shoes before going to bed, so another fail of people telling us something to do. So if that's how it's gonna be continuing, then well, probably interesting times ahead for us. And for Henry, of course.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Gateway stairs. Women in the Middle Ages. In the medieval, purely patriarchal society, the man was the head of the family, with the roles of women determined by their relationship to him: daughter, sister, wife, mother, or widow. Girls had a short childhood, according to municipal documents, reaching the age of majority between 12 and 15 years of age. Boys, in terms of territorial law, became grown-ups at 15. Men spent most of their time at their craft, trading, or swordsmanship, depending on their station in life, while women attended to the housework and family. Only a widow could obtain permission to conduct trade or craft activity, with the help of journeymen, of course. It's interesting. Village women did not leave their homes very much or wandered in the vicinity needlessly. Some rules about venturing out were dictated by social class, while townswomen and noble women could venture beyond the home only when accompanied by their spouse or servants. The wives of artisans, merchants, and peasants could walk about unaccompanied. That's fun. The domestic activities of well-to-do women included embroidery, cleaning, childcare, shopping, and playing musical instruments. Village women spent their time working in the fields or pastures, beekeeping, weaving, spinning, preparing food, knitting, and sewing. During the High Middle Ages, the ideal of beauty was a thin, pale woman with long blonde hair, small rounded breasts, relatively narrow hips, and a narrow waist. The most important thing was, of course, health and fertility. A woman in the Middle Ages would, from the beginning of sexual maturity, be pregnant virtually every year. It was not unusual for one to be a mother 3 or 4 times over by the age of 20. Births were complicated and after care inadequate, so the risk of death of childbirth or rather in childbirth was great. Girls were afforded less attention than boys, but when it came to honor, the contrary applied. Old maids, seduced daughters, and unmarried mothers brought the family shame. While boys inherited the livelihood, the parents of girls had to accumulate a dowry with which to compensate the bridegroom. Well. Oh no, you don't want to do that. How are we supposed to get there again? Go to the battlements via the gateway stairs. Take the torch from the table. Okay. That's a good idea. If you need a light at night, use your torch by holding 1. But if you want to keep your left hand free, for example to use a shield, it's better to drink a night shock, or rather Nighthawk potion for better night vision. Okay. An unsheathed weapon will provoke fear among villagers, and in towns, the citizens are likely to call a guard on you. Yeah, we have already learned that in beta, so what I want to do is equip torch and disequip sword. Yes, that's what we want to do. So where are the stairs? Not here. Gateway stairs. So where is the gateway? Like this one? Probably. No, these were actually the stairs into there. Maybe if we go actually in here. Yeah, okay, we're at the battlements. But since we are here, we're probably not gonna be seeing anything all that much. Oops, shouldn't be here. So I'm apparently not at the right side of the battlements. Okay, so I screwed up. These are not the correct battlements. These are not the battlements you're looking for. Yep, here we are. Okay.
We could hide out somewhere until it blows over.
So what are we supposed to do here? Go to the battlements and talk to Captain Robert. Because it's heavily raining. Ah, there he is. But, yeah, this is Captain Robert. What's going on?
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Divish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions! Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig! What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
That seems kind of
Radzig, you
suspicious
didn't
here.
exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses.
Really?
The Lord be praised.
Really? I somehow don't trust him.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Rattay. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come,
Okay.
better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
Since he's having all the people behind him,
Right
it seems
there.
that it might be fine. But
Is
if
that
there weren't
boy
those
still with
people, I
you?
would be really suspicious. What are his
I'm
motives
here,
and
sir.
whatever? Maybe he didn't defect or
courage,
something.
lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Hovel of Baldic.
I see you've grown a thick skin
Inside
since
jokes
your
like that.
tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to our day now.
Well, it seems that they actually really successfully made it out, and Kumans really didn't like the weather. So in the end, it's not gonna be anything nefarious, as I was worried about.
Man!
The Battle of Nicopolis. The Battle of Nicopolis took place on 25th September 1396 between the Hungarian king Sigismund and the Turks, led by Sultan Bayezid. Sigismund's army was made up of soldiers from France, Burgundy, Germany, England, Italy, Bohemia, Poland and other countries. In all, it was 10 to 15,000 strong. The Ottomans, who at the end of the 14th century controlled the entirety of the Balkans, numbered almost 20,000. The experienced Turkish combatants routed the Christian knights completely, largely because the Russian and French knights disobeyed orders, attacked the Turkish vanguard under a misconception that it was the main force, and were subsequently crushed. Those who didn't die on the battlefield were brutally put to death, reportedly up to 3,000 men. The wealthiest were taken prisoner and saved only by paying a ransom, which they paid over decades. When news of the defeat reached Paris, no one believed it, and those who had initially spread the news were put to death by drowning for spreading malicious lies. Hell, the Ottoman victory was a triumph of Islam over Christendom. The Turkish army represented a real threat to European countries, especially Hungary. Ew. Abusing playing dice or slacking off, our person will break every bone in his body. So we need to talk to you again, apparently.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help.
Yeah, of course I would help.
Splendid.
Exactly, payback.
Don't worry. I'll tell the men to relieve you later.
Well, watch on the battlements is usually done better if you don't have the torch, so that you can actually see something. Yeah, you can say, oh, that's a nice little lead, that's nice. If he had the torch, you couldn't see the village at all, but right now without the torch, you actually see quite fine. So you can like now watch the city, well, the city, that's probably just a village, not really that much of a city, and you're gonna be seeing kinda a bit rather next to this one. You kinda see still enough, of course. Yeah. So are there some extra details how we should be doing the guard duty? I guess not. Just gonna be going around the battlements, watching out, and seeing if there's gonna be some kind of problem.
Wandering around like a stray sheep must be your first
Yeah,
watch, eh?
kinda looking for the
I don't think
assistance on
anything
how
much
to
will be
watch.
happening today.
Keep watch.
You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
If you have to wait for something, you can skip time. Press T and set how long you want to wait. Watch out though. Tiredness and hunger grow even during skip time. Right, so he's basically telling us that we don't need to keep watch all that much. Or rather that, yeah, we should go basically past time. Well, that was one hell of a lightning. And let's do that then, since he was basically telling us to do it. Let's go until dawn. Nourishment 64, energy 72. So we are still fine. Apparently we healed quite quickly from the knee. From the arrow into the knee, or into the thigh. There we go. And it's day. Day number 2, and there is somebody that we need to talk to apparently. Right? You can see that on the compass we're getting a bit.
What is it?
Wait until morning, we did, so it's probably gonna be quite soon getting exactly where we need to. Well, apparently the rain and everything is getting a bit difficult on our CPU, so it's getting a bit of jittery. Oh, okay. We're getting humans somewhere. I do hear the horn. So where should we actually go? Somewhere to the right, I guess. Yeah, let's follow everybody.
Jesus, look where... Be a bit more careful. Are you...
And, well, Sigismund is home. He's right next to us.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzig Kobyla, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that the Ratzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzig Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Well. Yeah, well, you better pray. What King Sigismund decides to do. And he goes away. That's a bit of luck for us. Apparently could have stoned us quite easily.
Get on with you, Robard.
Alright, so we are apparently gonna be coming home to bury our parents. And Sir Marquard von Aulitz, 1360 to 27th December 1402. He was the hetman or governor of Prague, who, much like those members of the nobility disgruntled with the reign of Wenceslas IV, saw in Sigismund of Luxembourg a better potential claim. Their motivation had more to do with money and power. Wenceslas offered them no prospects, while supporting Sigismund promised them a better future position in society. Yeah, well, kinda standard, isn't it? So the army be gone. That's nice to hear and see, and... well... we are gonna be out to basically talk to Sir Robard.
Hey!
And then... he...
Jesus, look where you're going.
where is actually Sir Robard? It's gonna be somewhere here. And then we're gonna be, of course, coming home to bury our parents. That's gonna be next in order. Combat arena to improve potentially. Come on.
Be a bit more careful.
Yeah, sure. So where are we actually gonna find him? Map A, talk to Sir Robard. Yeah, I would like to, but I need to find him first.
Hey, watch it.
Aha, he's probably gonna be on the battlements, it seems. So let's go back up and try to find him there, as I need to talk to him quite definitely. I'm really getting some bad spikes in here with CPU usage, most definitely. It's kinda strange. It was all fine in Skalitz and whatever, but here at Talmberg, it's not getting any easier on us. Like, at all. So, excuse the choppiness, but yeah, well, that's how it goes in my computer, unfortunately. Ooh. Ah, and I shouldn't be here. Okay, this is the closing mechanism for, of course, for the gates. Interesting to see how it actually looks. Huh. Fun. But we haven't really found what we were looking for, and that's Sir Robert. So maybe he's inside. Map. He's somewhere close by. It's almost seeming like that he might be actually outside of the castle. He is... oh yeah, he is somewhere outside. Yeah, he is actually outside. So I'm somewhere where I shouldn't be at all. Okay, so let's just run a bit. Because why not? Let's train. And he's still on the outer battlements. I just kind of missed him somewhere, or rather somehow. Not entirely certain how I managed that, but well, I did. I certainly did, and my food and whatever is... well, I could kinda use something to eat. It's morning, so... I'm gonna talk to Sir Robert and then probably head into kitchen. Discovered a trader. We have already seen that.
That's what them foreign soldiers do, and worse. Did you see them horrible?
They do nothing of the sort. Where did you hear that nonsense?
Vilma heard the
oh, there he is. Okay, so he was just basically right there, just chilling, and I completely missed him. I went for a run out without any kind of reason. That sucks. Okay, so I have to get to Scarlet. So I did Sigismund raid Scarlet. That's a lot of good questions here. But I probably shouldn't be too front with actually noblemen. So I shouldn't be too prying. That's not a, something that peasants would do. And I'm kinda peasant. Even though a better peasant as a blacksmith. But still. So I'm just gonna ask about the Scarlets.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
Well, yeah, he kinda did. I have to bury my parents, though. That's what I want to do.
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravaged by dogs. I have to bury them.
Oops, God. Fail? Really?
Do you want to throw your life away for those who can never get theirs back? Do you think that's what they'd want? Forget it.
That is an interesting complication. I'm apparently gonna have to somehow escape, it seems. Or get some kind of quest to actually go outside. Okay, so you're gonna have to be creative. And since he's in a bit of a talkative mode about Scarlets, let's continue right now. It seems to make sense.
Come here too.
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslas's allies.
Yeah, that sucks.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Kuttenberg? Well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair. Him and Wenceslas's cousin, Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
We kinda know that he did it for the money, so... What would Henry think? It is a strategic position and strong fortifications. That doesn't make sense. Afraid of insurgent lords? That seems plausible. To feed his troops from their granaries? Yeah, but I don't think so. Maybe for the loot, really.
So he could loot it?
Correct. King Charles, may God grant him
Okay, we actually reached
built
level
Prague
2 that
into a
answer.
proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
Well,
So
that's quite an
Kuttenberg sided
importance
with
right there.
Wenceslas because he favoured it.
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed 2 birds with 1 stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
Well, that really worked out quite well for him.
Where did these Cumans come from anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power.
Yep, yet again, nothing changed in 600 years. Okay, so that's that. That's that part of the quest. Jobst of Moravia. 1354 to 18th January 1411. Jobst of Moravia was Margrave of Moravia, Markrabie from 1375, and Elector of Brandenburg from 1388. He also held the throne of the King of the Romans, although he did so for a mere 15 weeks until his death, 1410 to 11. He was the son of John Henry of Luxembourg and the nephew of Emperor Charles IV. He achieved his stand-in in Europe due to military and political intrigues, aimed primarily against members of his own dynasty, particularly Wenceslas IV, against whom he rebelled, along with the Moravian forces in the so-called Margraviate Wars. He initially supported Sigismund of Luxembourg's efforts to seize the Bohemian crown, but in 1403 he began opposing him and together with Albert IV, Duke of Austria, took part in a rebellion against him. His previous support for Sigismund was probably motivated more by self-interest. He ensured him future influence as long as it seemed that Wenceslas would be deposed and Sigismund, or even Jobst himself, would take his place. His campaign against Wenceslas won him and other nobles many privileges. Then in 1402, when the situation changed, he rebelled against Sigismund and was even instrumental in liberating Wenceslas from captivity. We don't know whether the change was due to cunning or conscience, but to the end of his life he remained surprisingly loyal to Wenceslas IV. Towards the end of his life, he even stood against Sigismund in the election of King of the Romans and won. He didn't enjoy the crown for long though, and died shortly after. Jobst was not only politically astute, but also a very thrifty governor. Many rulers, including Sigismund himself, were financially indebted to him. In his day, it was said that it was Jobst and not either Wenceslas or Sigismund who was the true uncrowned sovereign of Bohemia. At the time our game takes place, however, he was in debt up to his ears. Well, alright. So that means what? That we need to somehow get out of the castle. So how do we do that? Can we like normally walk out?
Those days are gone. God preserve us.
Okay, it's not gonna be easy because apparently the gates are closed, so... Is Radim gonna help us out?
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate, and you especially are not to be let out.
Okay, so I'm right now feeling that there's gonna be a way out through the lady that was actually talking to us at night. That seems to be quite a friendly fellow, or rather less, and she's probably gonna be helping us out, so that's where we're gonna go, to her. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
What have you got in mind? That's a good idea. Okay, so
How
apparently he's
should
gonna
I
be
know?
helping us with something.
Maybe some disguise so I could say I didn't recognize you? If a Talmberg soldier turns up, all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I let him go. That's obvious.
All right, I'll have a look around for something.
Okay, so that's something that we could do. Alright, so is there a trader somewhere? Well, I'm probably not gonna be buying anything for
Is there someone
the
here who
grotions though.
trades in goods?
Hungry, are you? You should go and see the cook. She's good-hearted, especially if you come with some coin. For anything else, you should see a fellow called Votava. Folk aren't too fond of him, because he's as surly as a wet cat. But he can get you just about anything. I saw him by the granary. You'll recognize him easy. He looks like he's never had a decent meal in his life.
Alright. Alright. Thank you very much for the information. So, he is by the granary. What is granary? Where is granary? Baker, combat arena, unexplored places, and activity giver. Yes, we need to go apparently there. A bit later. But... Feel. Villager. This seems like it could be a granary. Villager.
Sigismund's moved on and we've got nothing to worry about. And we
It's
can
all
always
villagers
come
here.
and take shelter here at the castle. Anyway,
This is not
send
really any kind of
yourself
granary.
with the
So, I'm gonna be guessing to actually come into the castle and talk to the lady, because she really seems like... Seems like a good idea how to get out. She might be really helping us. Or we could also jump out. Now that's an idea. That's an idea, basically just jump out and run. I'm thinking it could work. Maybe they would jail me, I'm not entirely certain. But that's gonna be a last resort if I'm not having any kind of other idea how to get out. But yeah, that's there. We will need the nourishment soon. So I kinda guess let's eat. It's 8 AM, so we need a bit of breakfast anyway. Hello. Oh, she's apparently not gonna be telling us anything, so let's just, I guess, eat. Has she brought up another portion? Apparently not. Which means that I'm probably gonna try to basically eat from the pot. Well, it's actually morning, so I don't exactly want anything all that heavy. So I'm just gonna pick up some apples. And it's gonna be a healthy diet for the morning. Where are our apples? Here they are. So 3 apples at 63. And a bit later we're gonna be getting probably cheese with bread roll. That seems like a good combination. A bit later, but right now let's go find the lady. Oh, we need to also close the door, sorry. Left that open. With mistletoe in our ass. That's a Czech saying, if you are curious what I just said. Yeah, it's basically saying when you leave doors open and a draft, so you cannot say that. Ah, that's the lady. That's who we are looking for.
God save. Can I help you with anything?
Yes, I need to get out of the castle.
I would like to ask your assistance, my lady, if I may be so bold.
What's the matter, lad?
I need to get out of the castle, and your husband is keeping me here by force.
Why, for the love of God, would you want to leave the castle?
She actually responded very well to chivalry. I have to bury my parents. What's actually better? Rather, how would I say it a bit more? It's my duty to bury them. I have to bury my parents. Let's try the normal speech
My
first.
parents are lying in the mud of Skalitz at the mercy of dogs and jackdaws. I can't just leave them there.
That's terrible.
Oh, success,
May the Lord
nice.
have mercy on their souls. But how can I help you, Henry?
Well, you could, for
I
example,
don't
turn
want
on
your
me
death on my conscience.
and not so that I don't have to speak to the back of your head. But she's a lady,
But you
so
can.
she doesn't have to do anything.
If you wear a proper suit of armor, and if he can't see your face, he won't recognize you and he'll let you go.
Good thinking.
So they're basically giving me the same kind of advice, but yeah, I of course need where I can get that.
And where can I get the armor?
At the armory?
Thank you. Well, that was a nice help.
In the gate tower.
I wouldn't have figured it out
The soldiers
myself.
sleep in other places around the castle too, and you might find armor nearby.
She's kind of like telling me that I need to steal. I don't want to do that.
They'll certainly ask where I'm going.
You could tell them Sir Robard sent you to Ujitz, to ask the parish priest how the folk there are faring.
That sounds reasonable.
Okay. That doesn't seem a bad idea. I'm not gonna be talking about the bribe, because I don't exactly want to bribe anybody. So, I guess... Thank you for the help, and that's what we are kind of supposed to do then. Let's close the door. And go into the guard tower then to find some kind of armor. It's kind of weird that we should be like stealing or whatever, but it seems to be what we do. Get Talmberg armor from the guardhouse above the gate. Get a horse. Yeah, we're gonna be getting a bit later. So, guardhouse is right here. Right.
What the hell?
Yeah, Anavira and private area. We have absolutely no reason to be here. That's a problem. So, are you gonna help me with that, or...
Jesus, look for your goblin.
Let's try to ask.
God be with you.
Cannot hurt. Cannot hurt to ask. What do you think about the Skalitz folk managing to slip away like that? Okay, so this is basically feeding my bit of paranoia about what just happened in there, because I'm really suspicious that Sir Racek Kobila would be able to basically leave like that against such a huge army. I'm really thinking that he switched sides. So I'm definitely gonna explore this.
The Skalitz folk managed to get away.
Fortune smiled on him, that's for certain. Sigismund must be seething with rage.
It's just a shame Fortune didn't smile on all of them.
Oh shit. Sorry. And you know Sir Radzig Kobyla?
I wouldn't say I know him. I've seen him a few times. Why'd you ask?
He must be a fine lord to take such good care of every one of his serfs.
Surely all the lords do that.
Ah, I could tell you some stories.
About Sir Divish?
Alright, that's interesting. He might be able
no.
to escape us, or
I
helping
didn't
us
mean
to
it like
escape.
that. Just that I heard stories from other soldiers that would make your skin crawl.
I see.
That's funny. That is funny. That is funny. But yeah, they won't help us this way, so... What actually you? Oh, that's the dude. Okay, so you're just chilling. That's some kind of nobleman. You're not supposed to be here. Do you talk to us? Yes, you do.
Good day to you.
What do you think about the flight of the Skalitz folk?
I'd say Sir Radzig is a fine lord. He made the most of the situation and saved his subjects. You don't see that very often.
He was lucky that big storm came.
But that's just it. Something happens by chance and you turn it to your advantage. There's not many capable of thinking so fast.
So everything seems to be basically leading to the conclusion that Sir Radzig Kobyla is a good lord. But I just cannot shake the suspicion right there. I'm really suspicious of what he is. And I'm really kind of thinking that there might be something a bit more to the story in there. Well, I guess we're gonna learn as time goes. And I'm kind of gonna be looking here if maybe there's something to take for us as the armor, but I don't really want to steal, and to be honest, there are weapons and everything. But, like, it's not like it's gonna be not gonna be suspicious when I actually go out suddenly in basically good clothing and in armor and whatever. I don't just want to be stealing, like... I'll see if I can somehow resolve it differently, because I really don't want to be stealing or something yet, before I really decidedly need to. Just looking at the countryside here is so beautiful. Even on the lowest details that I'm right now playing, it's so nice. So nice. Such a great job right now by Warhorse Studios on this game. It's kind of weird that I'm getting really the spikes on the leg here. It's probably gonna be just because there are plenty of things going on here. You're gonna be standing there, which means I cannot really go into the guardhouse. And where is the granary then? I don't think the granary is inside the castle, I think it's outside. And I'm more and more thinking that I should be just jumping here and run in for it. That seems like rather the easiest task to do. Okay, that's plenty of hay and everything. Villager? Ah, here's the trader. Maybe we can buy something from him.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
You've got the coin. Well, I unfortunately don't have Boletus edulis. That seems like a normal... Yeah, normal rib, we call it in Czech. Cheap wine, dried meat, lockpick, moonshine. Ooh, treasure map. Oh, well, that's damn expensive. We don't have that much money. We have basically just 2 groschens. Which means that we won't be buying anything interesting from you, just a bit of food. Well, I don't need to buy food. I can probably just still take food from the kitchen. So I'm apparently not buying anything from you. Can I go inside your house, or is it like forbidden? No, it's forbidden, so sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt people. Let's talk about rather to the villager. Maybe she's gonna help us somehow. Is there a trader? No, she's not. So, screw that.
No, I didn't know she did that.
I'm gonna try it again, Sir Robert.
My respects to you.
Nothing. And I might also try to actually find the Lord, even though I'm not all that inclined to talk to him, because, yeah, I'm just a lowly peasant. So what kind of business do I have talking to a Lord? The lady is kind of friendly, so she's fine. But the Lord is a problem. Maybe. Maybe not. to 60, so nourishment still seems to be kind of fine. Lockpick, so we shouldn't be there. I'm thinking we shouldn't be here either, right? Yes, this is just the basic ladies' chamber. And it seems that in the end, I will really have to steal and dress myself as a soldier then. Well, not liking that too much. Let's talk to the guard. Maybe he's gonna be
Good
telling us
health
something
to you.
interesting. Apparently not. Lockpick easy and...
What is it?
It was kind of funny noise that he was making there for a moment. As... More guards, villager. Nothing really here. Well, apparently we could close ourselves in and then basically try to steal from the trunk. But yeah, I'm not gonna be doing that at all. This is where we sleep. Is there something else for us to get here? I don't think so. This is private area. Okay, so let's not do that. Close up. Did we actually close behind us for the ladies? Yes, we did. The door are closed. We didn't forget. Alright, so we got forced into doing what we need to do. I'm not exactly all that interested in making some kind of huge commotion, like jumping over, which I probably could. But yeah, well, why to do it now? Maybe I could do it in night, basically sneak out. It's an idea. We are right now at midday, we would have to wait till night. And then we could potentially jump out, but maybe not, because I'm expecting that maybe at night this will be pulled up. In which case I wouldn't be really able to jump out. So
Are you
yes.
serious?
Okay, so I guess let's just basically go for the armory. We're not gonna be doing it here because that's just too conspicuous. Let's go for the other one at the top of the tower. It's gonna be really still weird because I'm gonna be coming around people that should be knowing that we are... Just a moment ago, we weren't really clothed all that much. It's optional though, so maybe we don't have to do that somehow. Get a horse, get out of the castle. I talked to Sir Robert about how to get out of the castle, but my plans fell on deaf ears. The threat of attack is gone. I have to get back to Skalitz. Out forbids me to leave Talmberg. I should take my horse. Skalitz is a long way from here. It seems I can dress as one of Talmberg's soldiers and get out of the castle in that guise. It must be possible to find a guard's armor in the guardhouse. Okay. So, I know that we're not supposed to be here, but nobody's gonna be telling on us. And what's actually... Oh, there is a guard though. Oh, crap. Run, run, run. Okay, so I was thinking that actually nobody's coming here. But apparently there still could be somebody. So right now we cannot really take anything from this part of the maps. We will have to wait for him to go away. Come on. Come on. What the hell was that? Bill? Yeah, go somewhere else. And he's going somewhere. Alright, so steal. I don't want to steal lockpick, lockpick heart, steal arrows and whatever.
Hey! You've no business here.
Yeah, sorry. So apparently there's no armor there. There was almost, or rather only, potentially bow and arrows. We wanted that, so that was an idea, but that's not gonna be working. I need to go to, really, the normal guardhouse that we were supposed to be in. Let's close the door, even though they're still gonna see us. Yeah, well, not great. Can we actually take something here? Okay, we can take the shield. Oh, there's a ladder up. Oh, so it goes this way. Okay, so this is exactly where we were. Oh, okay. So it's all the way around. Now that's funny. Now that is really funny. Okay. So what do we do now? You should probably try to lockpick this or whatever. You don't have a lockpick though. So we really cannot steal anything because we just need to somehow get our armor up. You can sit here.
Hey, who's there?
Oh, crap. I think I'm gonna be caught. Let's hope that he actually leaves right now. Let's stay quiet for a moment, if maybe he leaves, and then I'm gonna be coming. You can see he's glitching through in there. His weapon, so... Let's see if he leaves.
What was that noise?
Nothing, absolutely nothing, just go, leave. He's above us in there, you can see. Okay, this is interesting. So how this is gonna be resolved? You need to leave, please, because I need to get out of here as well.
Is someone there?
No, no, no. Nobody's here. Absolutely nobody's here. Leave.
Hey, who's there?
Leave, come on. Either come back here, down, to actually meet me, or just please leave. What can we actually open here?
What the hell was that?
Okay, so this is actually not gonna be working. Doesn't seem like that he will be wanting to leave at all. He's probably just still stuck in investigating what's the sound that I'm kind of making here. So let's just do that and get our schooling.
You! What the hell are you fooling about here for? Be off right now or I'll fucking see you all.
Yes, sorry. Sorry.
Jesus, look where you're going.
Sorry, but what am I then supposed to do? I should be probably getting some lockpick then. I really don't want to be stealing at all. I really don't. So I'm all the more thinking that I'll just somehow run away, or rather try to run away at night and see how that works. Where is my horsey Olena? Ah, here's my horsey. Yeah, Olena is my horsey. That's the horsey that I took at Skalitz. At Skalitz. I'm gonna try to talk again to the lady because this is just kinda weird. Somebody took a shortcut. That was kind of funny. And here's the Lord. Okay, so maybe you can talk to him. Let's first talk to
The Lord
the
be
lady.
praised. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I definitely don't. And let's talk to the Lord. Because I really need to leave, but I cannot talk to the Lord apparently. Let's just sit next to him if we can. But he doesn't want to talk to us, so There seems to be only basically two options. Either try to steal or try to run away. So I'm kinda guessing. Yeah, let's just close you up. Even though you had the doors open, so I'm gonna be leaving them open as they were. Gonna have a look up here. Okay, seems like some kind of private quarters. And I'm kinda guessing... Oh, yeah, we definitely shouldn't be here. We definitely shouldn't be here. This is Lord's quarters. So there's no reason to be here at all. So far we're not really getting like some kind of bad vibes. Next to the compass we are apparently fine to be here. But yes, we shouldn't be here at all. Maybe here in the chapel. That's a little chapel. Could be helping us. Lockpick's very hard. We cannot get anything there. So yep, let's go out. And there's a way even somewhere else. And we're in private area. And we shouldn't be here. Alright, so can I guess we export... Hey, come on, because you're in my way. I need to somehow get out, or rather get out. But you're standing right in the middle.
What? What the hell are you doing?
I need you to move. That's what I'm doing.
What do you think about that surprise during the night?
I was surprised, all right.
Don't you tell.
I'm glad them people were saved, though. I'm just as glad it weren't Sigismund. For sure he'll come here in the end, too. But now at least we got time to get ready for him.
Maybe he'll leave Talmberg be.
Maybe, maybe not. Could be he was only out to get Sir Radzig, because he's Wenceslas's hetman. And Skalitz is a rich town, so there was plenty of loot for the taking. 2 birds with 1 stone. So he might be satisfied and leave us alone.
Reckon we'll see soon enough, one way or the other.
By the way, Henry. It is Henry, ain't it? I was sorry to hear about your parents. They've gone on to better things.
And if you were actually able to help me to get away, that would be pretty sweet. Fortunately you don't, and I just need to get somehow around you. Come on. Nice. We're through without any kind of damage, it seems. Nice windows. What's here? Another private apartment that you don't want to go into. And we're in a private area. Not anymore. And okay, maybe that could be some kind of also place where to find what we need. As a lockpick, but it's a hard one, so yeah, we're not supposed to really be here, so this is not the correct place. I'm thinking. So, time of decision, I guess. No time to... Really? Are we like on some kind of timer? That would be really strange. That would be really strange. I need to get out of the castle. I don't exactly really want to steal anything, and it's not really all that possible. So I kinda go for leap of faith, I guess. And run for it. But I need to get a horse, because without a horsey I'm just not gonna be able to do anything significant. There's still gonna be some kind of assistance to be gained by somebody here. I cannot really jump the battlements or whatever. This guy is not gonna be letting me go. You have already talked to him.
Good day to
Let's
you.
just check if maybe he's having
What do
some
you
other
need?
options after we talk with the lady.
I need to get out of here.
You here again, boy? Didn't I tell you how much trouble I'd be in if I let you, of all people, out?
Now, what if I bother him enough? Maybe if I ask him
I need to get out of here.
a lot, he's gonna be
You here
changing his
again, boy?
answers.
Didn't I tell you how much trouble I'd
That's
be
also
in if I
something
let
that
you,
happens.
of all people, out?
Not entirely
I need to
certain
get
if
out
this
of here.
in this game.
You here again,
So
boy?
let's gonna check that.
Didn't I tell you how much trouble I'd be in if I let you, of all people, out?
I need to get out of here.
You here again, boy?
Apparently not.
Didn't I tell you how much trouble I'd
Apparently
be in
not.
if I let you, of all people, out?
Okay. Apparently we cannot even change right now into basically timing. So no time to lose. It's kinda strange.
After talking to you, I went and had a good look around my own.
It's a private house. You don't want to go
Always
there.
come and take shelter here at the castle.
The roof is
Anyway,
only
you said
50
yourself you
feet
don't believe.
Half the rafters are rotten
My respects
on the
to you.
north side, and on the south, the beetles have riddled them with holes. Damnation! That's a nuisance.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
So what we could get from here would be the lockpick. And with the lockpick we could be of course getting into... Well, if we could even buy one. Because you can see it's costing 179. We're gonna be having basically just for one lockpick. And if you break it, you're kinda screwed. I'm still kinda looking to actually wait for the evening and try to escape under guise of night. On my horsey, basically just jump it and whatever. Maybe I'm gonna break the horse's legs, but let's see. That's something I'm gonna do. Let's just wait for the night. Unfortunately, I cannot really speed it up, which is kinda really weird. Because what I want to do is see if at night this gate is gonna be still open. And if I'm gonna be able to jump here with horsey. Because I definitely need a horse to get around. At the same time, if I really jump here, I'm not gonna be able to come back at all. So that's something to think about also. So really it seems like that guys is gonna be the best decision, in which case, even though I don't really like it, I will have to steal. Man, I so don't want to do that.
God be with you.
I so much don't want to do that. Everything is having consequences here. Well, let's, I guess, buy the lockpicks and basically go where it's asking us to go. This is kind of weird that it's getting us as an optional to get the armor from the guardhouse above the gate. Because it means that I can probably get out of the castle without that. Without the horse as well. So maybe really I can just jump and run. Yeah, I don't really want to start stealing or anything. I'm just gonna jump it. I'm just gonna jump it. I can't commit it. I don't want to do it in front of him all that much. Fortunately cannot delay for some reason. So I'm gonna have to wait a long time, or rather long term. We're already about evening, getting next to evening. It shouldn't be really that long.
Be a bit more chap.
What are you doing here? Get lost or you'll have me to reckon with.
Yep, you get away.
Is someone there?
No, I wasn't there at all. That wasn't me. That really wasn't me at all. Just gonna be enjoying right now the countryside, which is really beautiful, even on the low details. It's really nice. Really nice indeed. Maybe you could at least spend the time with the combat arena or something. That's an idea. Maybe that'll somehow lead us into getting the armor or whatever. Cannot get the axe. Is somebody gonna fight me? Well, nobody's fighting me or even interested in fighting me. That's one hell of a position. Let's see if maybe you have something special to talk about.
What do you need?
Apparently not.
What is it?
What the hell is that? Can you see those too? Those seem to be some kind of artifacts shining through I don't know what. That is strange. That is really somehow strange. What the hell is this? Well, yeah, that's gonna be definitely something outside, or rather, some shining from outside, from the sun. Interesting. Interesting little thing, as there is a scarecrow. But please, why don't you let me speed up the time? I want the darkness. Where is the sun? Still very, very high on the sky, unfortunately.
My respects to you.
Different guard, doesn't have anything else to say. And we are getting hungry, it seems. Yeah, it doesn't seem that we're getting through here. So we cannot jump that easily, apparently.
Good day to you.
I could do with a bite to eat.
So yeah, let's go back to eat, in that case. Is that like her? No. That's a villager. Okay, let's talk to the cook. Maybe she's gonna be having something interesting to say to us. This is actually Božena, not the girl inside. Let's talk trade. That's interesting. About Sigismund's army, where I can buy something.
If I needed some food, who should I ask?
Me.
Who do you think, young man? Me, of course. And if you want something extra, I could help you out with that too.
Alright, interesting. Call me intrigued at this point. Call me intrigued.
I'd like to buy something from you.
Of course, lad.
So, she's selling a lot of pretzels, for example, or sweet pancake, milk, honey, bread roll, bread. Yes, so we can buy a lot of food. Gonna probably need to keep a bit of money so that we can actually get the lockpick or whatever. Wait, now sweet pancake and bread roll, honey milk. Do we really need to buy something from you right now? I don't exactly think so. I still think that I'm basically guest here, so I can continue eating basically for free. Yeah, eat from the pot. That is gonna be quite a nice show. That should be putting us on pretty good nourishment. 75, energy 58. So we're getting kinda close to needing to sleep sometime soon as well. I'm gonna be picking up for a bit later cheese. And the bread roll. That's gonna be for later. You were open, so I'm gonna be leaving it open. And I think there was actually a dialogue option. That lady could be giving us some money, I'm thinking. Let's sit. Can we actually talk to her while we're sitting? Yes.
The Lord be praised. What's on your mind?
It's kinda gonna be funny because, of course, there's the husband right next to her.
What do you think, my lady? Do I look like a Talmberg soldier?
Not quite, Henry. Just look at you.
Oh, I see. Well,
yeah, it was just basically trying to see the options. What she's actually gonna tell us, but she's not gonna tell us anything more. Inventory, of course. So we apparently lost the option. That was when I was talking to her the first time. She was actually giving me option, or rather there was an option about to talk about bribes. So maybe she would be actually able to give me a bit of money. So I missed out, or rather missed out on that. And it's really seeming like that right now. I'm heading for the only option possible. To steal using the lockpick from the chest. Or to jump here. If we even can. Kinda thinking that I really can. And there we go.
Fuck, that fool from Skalitz has gone and jumped in the moat. Raise the alarm. He's trying to escape. You men down there. There's a prisoner escaping. Catch him. There, below the battlement.
Yeah, I didn't really want to steal at all, so I'm just basically gonna jump it. Are they after me somehow? Probably not.
Got you.
Oops. He actually got
Jesus, you gave me the runaround.
me. Okay. So it wasn't that easy as I actually imagined.
For Christ's sake, I have to bury my parents.
You're going nowhere. Except back inside.
Come on. I don't have really all that much of a silver to actually give you.
If I don't bury them now, they'll be ripped to pieces by jackdaws and scattered over unhallowed ground. And I'm stuck here, a stone's throw away.
All right, shove me. I'll pretend you caught me off guard and I fell over. I'll deal with the others. You just get out of here on the double. Kurva! Hey. Had enough?
Oops. I was supposed to just shove him or whatever. What went actually wrong in that? That wasn't supposed to happen. That's just wrong. That's okay. I'm gonna have to reload this. This is just wrong. This is not exactly what should have happened. Okay, so I somehow misunderstood what should have been done by the game. That's sad. And he's right now punching me to that. So yeah, that's just gonna be a reload. That's not what should have happened at all. So that's a misunderstanding. So I kinda guess you may just also right now beat me to death and...
Bring it on!
That shouldn't have happened. So just wait what's gonna come from this. How is it then disengaging? Settings, controls. Skip dialogue, space, mouse, right, jump, sprint, toggle, crouch. Abort, attack, E. Interesting. Lock on opponent, block, special attack. Unlock target, mouse 3. That's absolutely not working.
You need it. You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Well landed! All that combat. Yeah!
So yeah, the idea was definitely right.
Not much, actually.
The idea was right to jump, but I need to wait for the darkness as I wanted, but I just couldn't really speed the time, so like, what I'm gonna be doing? Wasting my time here, that's kinda sad. Yeah, that's not what I wanted at all, so let's just load this. This is not gonna happen. I'm definitely sure, because that wasn't at all what was supposed to happen. That was just kind of weird. What went on? So I just replay that in normal manner. Yeah, right now we're gonna be doing the same what we did, but in a normal manner. Let's talk to Sir, not guard. Interested in you.
What do you need? Damn! Good health, you.
I have to get to
Sir
Skalitz.
Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamp.
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravaged by dogs. I have...
Good God.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come...
That's war for you.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg. Well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave...
Were there many?
Indeed. But it was...
I see.
Listen, lad.
So then why did...
Why do you think?
So he could...
Correct. King Charles.
So couldn't...
Now you're starting to understand.
Okay, just need to basically go through all of this, because we have already been through that.
Where did these
I'm just right now using the load, because basically something that shouldn't have happened at all ensued because of some bad misunderstandings. I want to actually follow up properly with how it should be, to have proper experience with the game.
What is it?
So we failed with him, as we did fail previously. Right now let's talk, of course. Let's talk to the woman in the castle. And with the guard. That is gonna be, of course, giving us an advice how to get out of the castle as well.
And that's not all.
What I heard about him was a
Good day to you.
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with...
My mother and father were left in Skalitz.
I'm sorry, my friend.
What am I supposed to think up?
How should I know? Maybe some... If a Talmberg soldier turns up, all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I let him go.
All right. I'll have a look around for something. Is there someone here who trades in good?
Hungry, are you? For anything else, but he can get you.
Alright, there's that. As we're getting on our way. Right now inside, as we need to of course talk to the woman. To the lady of the castle. Lady Stephanie. Is she already up? Maybe she's not up yet. I can see that she's having the door closed, so apparently she's not up yet. Yeah, it's apparently just a bit too soon, still. So that's unfortunate. Gonna have to wait a bit more. Oh no, not this way. I want to go outside, and then from the outside actually close up. I'm not entirely certain if I already ate. In this 59.67. Let's check into the chicken or other chicken kitchen. Gonna be seeing if maybe we did. Okay, apples are still here, so I didn't actually have breakfast. Let's pick those up. And have a nice little breakfast. So we're good. We're good for breakfast. Let's close up the doors. And actually wait for the lady to wake up. As right now I need to take a very short break. I'm gonna be back in a moment. Alright, so I'm back. And is the lady back as well? That's the question. Let's wait. And have a look if she's already up. Yeah, she could be already moving around. She does have open door. So you need to do a better job of cleaning. But where is she? No, she's not here. You can see she's up. So is she like walking somewhere? Maybe in the kitchens or something. Or she could be still somewhere up here. That's also an idea. Yeah, in her quarters or whatever. Well, in that case, I can't really disturb her all that much. That would be just weird. Okay, they're praying, so not disturbing them during prayers. But potentially, once they are finished, then I could be. I'm very much interested in her help. Come on, pray faster. Well, that's one hell of a long prayer then. We're just trying to wait here to see what happens, but well, apparently I will have to wait a bit more through this. Because it's absolutely ridiculous. As they apparently seem to be praying for quite some time. So we're gonna be getting up to 11. And I will want to actually wait till the darkness and then try to see if it's gonna be possible to basically sneak up, or rather sneak out at night. So are they still praying? They're still praying, really? They seem to be kinda stuck. In which case, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna disturb you.
The Lord
because
save
you shouldn't be really there for that long. And I have to get to Skalitz.
I would like to ask your assistance, my lady, if I may be so bold.
What's the matter, lad?
I need to get out of the castle, and your husband is keeping me here by force.
Why, for the love of God, would you want to leave the castle?
Because I have to bury my parents.
My parents are lying in the mud of Skalitz at the mercy of dogs and jackdaws. I can't just leave them there.
That's terrible. May the Lord have mercy on their souls. But how can I help you, Henry? I don't want your death on my conscience.
If I could just get past the guard at the gate somehow.
But you can. If you wear a proper suit of armor, and if he can't see your face, he won't recognize you and he'll let you go.
Good thinking. And where can I get the armor?
At the armory?
Where's that?
In the gate tower. But the soldiers sleep in other places around the castle too, and you might find armor nearby.
Okay, that's interesting. That's something that I have actually missed before. So I might be able to actually just pick up stuff somewhere. Okay.
Well, they'll certainly ask where I'm going.
You could
That's a good information. It might be actually lead into a bit different game plan from me.
To ask the parish priest how the folk there are faring.
Because if I can find it just basically laying around, then that's fine by my moral compass. I'm gonna be potentially bringing it back later. And we won't have to raise an alarm by actually running, because the running is always problematic. It's a way to do it in the evening, but it definitely seems a bit easier to sneak out, potentially then sneak in, than just basically run, get caught and whatever, not being able to come back. Because if I run, how the hell am I supposed to then explain when I'm getting back? But when I'm the soldier, it's making a whole lot better sense. Yeah, I'm not gonna be right now. Even I didn't use it in the first attempt here in the castle. So I'm not gonna be asking for the money either.
I must go now.
Okay, so thank you. That was a good tip that I missed the first time around. It makes plenty of sense. So let's basically try to find the armor in some other way than just plain stealing from chests. I don't want to do that at all. Because I don't want to be a thief. So where should we find the armor? Maybe some kind of little buildings like these. Maybe here. What's actually this? Well, there are a lot of interesting stuff here, but nothing that I could use. So I'll just go out and close. This is where I slept. I wasn't having anything extra here that I could use.
Damn.
Lockpick easy, so we don't want to go there.
Hey, watch it. Jesus, look where you're going.
Okay, we can even wash ourselves. That's something that we actually should be doing. Because it's of course gonna be improving our overall appearance and we shouldn't be really all that messed up and whatever. What's here? Okay, just basically trash heaps, it seems. Nothing interesting.
What is it?
Some lockpick and also nothing.
Hey.
It's really all just heading basically one way. But we need to find the armor here and whatever in the chest. We need to lockpick that. So yeah, we'll have to do that as soon as possible. So I kinda guess we might be even forced into it, but I don't want to do that because I cannot find anything else. So let's just do our original plan. Or rather wait for the evening and then try to run for it. No, we're gonna have to eat in the meantime though, because you can see that our nourishment is getting quite close. Let's take lunch. It's getting there anyway.
Hey!
Yeah, sure. Sorry. Bumped into you, didn't meet you. Wait for the evening. We might just as well right now, it seems, sleep. It's gonna be a bit better use of the time. So let's go back to our bed. Close the door. That's something we didn't do first time around. And take a bit of sleep. Really? Oh, I so hope I haven't actually screwed up right now, and basically, yes. And it's there. Actually, it seems like that once we get into rather behind noon, we're kinda screwed. In which case, just basically repeat what we did, and hopefully the guy is gonna be helpful this time, and we're gonna be doing it correctly.
Hey, watch it.
Because I really don't want to steal. Is there some better way where to actually jump, or is it only this one option? Maybe we could jump somewhere here as well. It's gonna be a bit more hidden. This is this dude here. He's not gonna help us. Screw you. There's a guard. It seems that they have actually having them, or rather they have them positioned quite nicely.
What the?
In good places. So basically they each see each other. This is actually a very nice little thing. And it's exactly how guards should be. Guards should be basically seeing the next guy. And that's exactly how it's done here. So here's the little guard house. Good ladder, we're jumping down. We cannot get here.
Hey, watch it.
So we're definitely not jumping out of the gates here. It's just not gonna work. We can jump this. Really so want to wait for the night. It's really strange that you cannot really delay this. This is kinda weird. With how much of a freedom actually the game gives you. I would be really expecting that you can basically just do what I want to do. Waiting for the night and jumping then. Because right now if I jump, it's of course gonna be telling on me. Kinda curious if he actually sees me. Okay, we apparently cannot jump here. Yeah, it seems that the only way to actually jump out is gonna be right out of the bridge. It's unfortunate. That is certainly unfortunate, because in that case this guard is gonna be telling on me. Can we somehow make you actually look the other way?
Good day to you.
That would be definitely helpful.
That business with Sigismund turned out well in the end, didn't it?
Aye, that was a good start. Next we need to drive him and his war whores out of Bohemia for good.
But I would so much like you to actually rather look somewhere else. Like this. Okay, so yes, noticed me. Where do we need to go right now? There, left. Okay, we just need to run somewhere, so I guess let's try this. There's a soldier. Well, this weather is basically just as good as night. Even though we did get noticed, it doesn't really matter. It seems that we might have actually gotten away. Yeah, I'm guessing that we did. I'm really guessing that we really did get away. So the ideal procedure would be actually waiting for night, but I'm thinking that the drawbridge is gonna be closed at night, so it's not gonna be possible. In which case, running away at day is okay. We failed objective to get a horse. Well, yeah. But we did run away.
Looks like they've already gone.
Bro, that's Užice, right? If I remember correctly. No, Rovna. This Rovna, that's where we actually ran through. That's a lot of dead bodies. Okay, so we ran away successfully. Not exactly in the way that we wanted, but well, the game didn't allow us to do anything else, so that's how it went. We are right now still in Rovna. Yes, still in Rovna. We want to go all the way home, I guess. Yeah, home can find your parents. So... well, how is it looking with our health and whatever? It seems to be fine, especially the food is fine. Let's go and basically try to find our way into our home. Into Stříbrná Skalice. This is a live dude.
Well, I never.
Oh,
the
crap.
pig turns up willingly for the slaughter.
Problem is that I don't have a good sword, I'm thinking.
Well landed.
In which case, I'm screwed. Did we actually kill him? Wow! Okay, we are definitely quite lucky in here. Most people want to surrender, let them go, take their belongings or silence them forever. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Okay, that was interesting combat right there. Almost died, but at the last moment actually managed to get the sword and kill him. Okay, good us, I guess. You can surrender in combat using G and hope your opponent respects knightly virtue. Oh, that's interesting, okay. If you lose in battles, you can press G and maybe save us. Save ourselves and our lives. You can let him go, refuse to accept the surrender and finish the fight. Another option common in the Middle Ages is to accept opponent's surrender for a price, either money or equipment. Well, he was looting from dead bodies, but we could be merciful, I guess. Let him go disarmed, yeah, you're not gonna be getting away with weapons.
I'll let you go, but the weapon stays here.
All right.
Okay, so we have actually successfully gained Sikhs. And we have to be a whole lot more careful, apparently. Because that was a bit of a surprise, actually. That it was an enemy and not any kind of ally, just basically tending to wound it. Well, I'm not gonna be looting them, because of course, yeah, I'm a decent human person, so... I'm not looting anybody. Skalitz, that's gonna be almost there. This is actually where we ran with our horsey. Dead bodies everywhere. Dead bodies of the humans everywhere. Okay, so there is some kind of dog. Now I'm getting a bit scared. Oh, well, that is an interesting landscape, or rather. Alright. Yeah, well, poor guy, I guess.
Why would anyone do this? What did these poor souls ever do to them?
I was for a moment worried there was actually another rider, but that's just apparently another hangman. And we're almost home, so...
What's going on there? Hey!
I don't exactly want to fight him if I don't need to yet. But at the same time he's looting bodies and I'm not interested in keeping that intact.
Answer to my prayer. Just...
Well, we apparently did a bit more further than we actually attempted to do. We killed him. Yeah, well, we were a bit more belligerent than I was actually thinking that I would be. But yeah, well, that's how it goes. So he didn't do that much of a punishment. He didn't yield. So, yeah. I'm gonna be taking what you have, boy. Plate cooters. Yeah, some kind of... what is it? Some kind of earrings? It seems. I'm not really interested in taking his clothes so that much. But valuable belongings, I'm gonna take that. The plate cooter is a piece of armor that protects the elbow. Okay, so that's actually elbows protection. One of the most sensitive parts of the combatant's anatomy. It can be afforded even by less well-off warriors. Hunter's gloves, leather jerkin. He's having actually quite nice armor overall. Okay, you wanted to steal from them. I'm gonna be stealing from you, I guess. But what I'm gonna be taking from you? Don't really want any of your clothes, but I'm gonna take the plate cooters. But the rest of the stuff I don't exactly want because it's kinda gross. And we have reached a level also in swords fights, so that's good to know. And we are under the castle, so this is gonna be an extreme hill. So probably if Teresa somehow survives, she could be still here. It's fine though. Well, let's have the sword ready though. Because there could be more people needing killing. So where are we exactly? Okay, we need to... Oh, we are on basically on the other side. Okay, we need to go somewhere else. We need to go all the way to up here so that we can get into town. And maybe you can even get here through this gate, or can we? Apparently not. You just need to go the normal way. we might also equip the piece of armor that we actually got. It's gonna be kinda weird. But it's gonna be helping us in fights potentially. So let's grab that and put it on ourselves. I'm kinda not really interested in looting the bodies of... Oh, there's a guy. Of actually stuff that is clinging to their body. But that kind of armor that wasn't, so yeah, that's not really that gross. Maybe.
Who's there? Hey, what are you doing here? Tired of life, are you? Oh. Allez, do
Oops, we did one more shot than we should have. Yet again, I have to be kinda careful about it, because I just basically slash sword and kill them, even though they would like to kinda survive and basically run, but yeah, well, at the same time, why should I be having any kind of compassion with those dudes? So what kind of stuff do you have? Ordinator, check it that is destroyed. Marigold decoction, what does that do? Within 1 minute will cure light wounds or dispel hangover effects. Taking that. No, no. No bandage though, I'm taking those. Rest we're gonna keep. On your stupid dead body, you looter. Okay, so you're getting into the real deal.
Bailiff. He didn't run like me. Blind with a sword in his hand.
Yeah, he did. I kinda would like to take a bit of a careful approach here, because I'm really expecting there are gonna be some people hiding potentially somewhere, looting or whatever. And by some kind of sideways manner we might be actually learning if maybe Kunesh did have some kind of money or not. Be careful. The parents are there, but I really want to check everything first, so that we are not surprised by some kind of whatever nonsense waiting in, or rather laying in wait for us. Well, they definitely pillaged and destroyed right proper. Right proper indeed, unfortunately. I kinda thinking that I should be maybe first looking after Theresa, because the parents, well, let's be honest, they're not going anywhere. But Theresa might be still there, so I kinda guess let's go check her. I would be liking to check on her. A map, she's at the mill. I was running somewhere here. Right? Scarlets. Where was actually the mill? It's maybe here. Yeah, it was here. Okay, I need to go there. Let's check up on her, and then I'm gonna be dealing with parents. Yeah, let's be honest about it. She's alive, so she's more important. Hopefully we can get out here. This way. Can we? Apparently not. So we need to go through the main gate. Alright, so we're out. And we need to go then to the right side. Basically where we were. Yeah, but a bit further. But yeah, well. That was afterthought, kinda later. Should have realized that I need to, or rather that I should be looking after Teresa because she's alive a bit sooner than after dead parents. But yeah, well. That's how it goes. That's why we play RPGs. So that we pay for our mistakes. So we're here and we need to get all the way there. Right. Nobody anywhere. So far nobody else to kill for us. It will be looting bodies. That could be really happening soon though. And I'm right now hoping that I'm actually right about the map, because I'm not entirely certain, but yeah, this is behind the river, and the one that we're looking for is gonna be a bit more westward. Yes, that seems exactly like where we should be. Yes, yes, yes. This is exactly what we're looking for. This is where Teresa was actually attacked, so let's see if she's still alive or what actually happened to her. Don't see anybody that will be here still alive. Well, that's a right thrashed place. Yeah, well, so she could be actually hidden or whatever. I don't know, maybe she went with Sir Radzik. But I want to actually look around, maybe she's hidden somewhere, like here. See her here. So let's check out the barn. Alright, it doesn't seem that she's here either, so maybe she just basically ran away with Sir Radzik and she got lucky. Maybe. That's probably what we have to right now hope for, because she doesn't seem to be anywhere here. I might also get into the castle through the shorter way here at the top. Let's see if it's still working. Basically the way that I ran away. But yeah, well, the visit to Teresa, we didn't see her body. That's at least some good sign. We didn't see her dead body, so she's hopefully gonna be alive. As we are running out, or rather up, the route that we actually ran away with, rather through and by. Is it gonna be open? Fingers crossed, because I definitely don't want. Oops, I don't want to hit that. Oh, come on! It's ghost as well. There's only one way in. Yeah, well, that's not ideal. So in this case, you might already put off the sword, because we haven't seen anybody in any kind of close vicinity. So we are at where? At the back? We'll have to go all the way around yet again. Well, that kinda sucks. Right, now we can make it a bit faster. Let's see if we're gonna break our neck. Hopefully not. But I wouldn't discount the possibility at all. Because things like that I'm expecting might happen. And. Okay, so is there gonna be somebody here? Because this is a place where we weren't at. So let's get ready in case somebody is here. Let's check inside the building as well, potentially. Nobody? Discovered woodcutter's camp. So what that's about? Woodcutter. During the early Middle Ages, agriculture and the rapid growth of towns took its toll on forests with massive clearing. There was no reforestation done in those days, so in the 15th century some areas had even less forest covered than today. While the towns themselves were surrounded by zones of outright devastation, logging was done by woodcutters. Their basic tool was a large single-sided axe on a long handle or haft, while various wooden wedges and hammers were used to split the lumber. Transport of lumber from distant areas was difficult, which led to using navigable waterways, down which the lumber was left to drift freely. Well, quite nice logs. Somebody here or not? No, it seems that I'm alone. This could be the way in, right? Well, this is a gate, but is it actually passable? That's the question here. No, it doesn't seem to be. No, it isn't. So we need to find the main gate. Okay, there we go. So there wasn't anybody inside, so we might sheath the sword, go inside and find our parents. We already checked this town, and there doesn't seem to be anybody left. We already killed basically the one scavenger who was the closest.
You stood by his side when he did this to you. In the end, you were a hero. You didn't run away. Didn't abandon him like me.
Well, I also don't have to necessarily go over the bodies here. Should be a bit more respectful, I guess, to people.
Why did you do it to me, Father?
Why'd you leave me? Forgive me. Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again. I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find this shovel and take care of you. I remember you told me you wanted to lie this old mother. Here. Under the linden tree. At least I can do that much for you.
Right, so parents found, not gonna be looting them, but we need to find a spade somewhere. Where we could find a spade, probably somewhere on the left over the fields. So I'm expecting that's a good place to start. Oops, there is somebody alive. And a dog. Somewhere here. Let us investigate, this is interesting. So, are the enemies friend or foe? Okay, there's some dog actually attacking some kind of enemy or other person. Let's see what that's all about. Where is it like going on and where it's coming from, damn it? Ah, here, okay.
Get away, you mutt! Get away, you beast!
What's going on? Mishak? What in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went for me.
Isn't that Mutt the butcher's? Mutt. Isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
Well, he's obviously guarding his body. So, yeah, of course.
I'd say the poor creature is standing guard over his master. You weren't trying to get to him, were you?
What do you care what I'm doing here? What are you doing?
Okay, so it seems like that he's actually trying to help himself into some kind of wealth. On account of all of those that villagers, that's interesting.
So bury them and leave me be.
How did you manage to get away?
How do you think I ran?
I've interrupted you robbing the dead. Is that why you're so ill-tempered? You bastard. Haven't you got a shred of honor?
And what of it? The butcher has no more need of corn.
Okay,
And now
so
that
he
I
was
think of
definitely
it,
stealing from the dead.
Your sword would do me
And
quite
that's
nicely
blue
as well.
taste.
Will you hand it over without a fuss, or do you wanna end up
Oh,
like
so
the
somebody's
butcher?
going to be wanting to
The
die.
only way you'll touch this sword is when I shove it in your guts.
Where is the second of Skalitz? Here. The second of Skalitz. Little is known about the war in 1402 to 1403 when Sigismund invaded Bohemia and tried to seize power, and the records that do exist are fairly vague. However, we do know the fate of Skalitz as Silver Skalitz, which was burned to the ground on 23rd March 1403. We know the exact date because the document was preserved that Sigismund signed that day in the siege camp. Sigismund undoubtedly chose Skalitz because silver was mined there, rather here, and the town was administered by the royal hetman, Radce Kobila, a supporter of the king. Sigismund apparently wanted to disrupt the flow of money going to Wenceslas. According to legend, Kobila and his people who were hiding from the attackers in the castle were able to escape because of a great storm that blew up and forced the besieging army to wait until morning to take the castle. The castle defenders took advantage of the opportunity and under cover of darkness fled to nearby Ratai. In the morning, the only thing Sigismund's men found in the empty castle was a goat. This is also in the game. Sigismund then razed the town and the castle to the ground, and the castle was never rebuilt. Today only the foundations remain. Alright. Hey Hilary. Welcome to the stream. So let's try to catch that stupid guy. Where did he run? Are we gonna be able to catch him or not? Because
to take care of here
apparently we should be allowing him to actually run away.
First I must bury my parents.
Because he was stealing from the dead and basically from his former village mates, so not exactly great. Definitely wanted to penalize or somehow punish him for that, but yeah, well, not gonna happen. Apparently the game doesn't want me to do that. That's a bit of a shame, but we got the spade. Well, what about you, Dogo? Can we like...
You know me. Your good master won't be needing this anymore.
Can we like talk to the dog? Apparently not. Yeah, well. How do I like the game? Really a lot. I was playing the beta before that and I already kind of fell in love with the game big then. When I played the beta it was really already so awesome. And I really like it this far as well. There are a few things that I would like to be a bit more freedom, or rather a bit more free to decide how I want to actually do things. A few restrictions along the way that I've met that I didn't exactly enjoy. But to be honest, my game style is a bit specific, let's say, and not exactly how I'm kinda expecting a game should be played. Rather, I'm gonna try to play it as reality, more or less. So I kinda don't blame them all that much. So I try to do stuff within the realm of how it is possible. And so far it's really fun. All the things that you do are having effect. That's much more important than anything else. Basically, if you are having some kind of options in the quest, you cannot like go and do everything and hope that it's gonna be fine. You just basically should be choosing a way and then sticking to that way. And it's gonna be rewarding you with basically a personal experience, which I really like a lot. So we should begin somewhere here, right?
You're gonna like it.
Okay, seems like a good spot. Yeah, it definitely is fun. It's a whole lot more like kinda what I would call it is a bit more like an interactive film. I've seen it mentioned before and I really think it fits very well. Yeah, Dogo actually coming after us. It's a lot of cutscenes, but I think they are really well done. The story is really nice and some moments really very deep and nicely scripted, so they really take your breath away. And I seriously enjoy it. It's basically kind of what I sometimes want, like watching some kind of good series, like for example Game of Thrones, and wanting to live in that world as well. This is exactly doing that. And I really enjoy that aspect of the game.
Let's get to it.
And there's of course the part that I'm checking myself. so I actually kinda know where the places are. And it's a whole lot more relatable because I can basically recognize stuff that is Czech, Bohemian. So it's a whole another level for me, of course. Basically the playthrough that I'm trying to do is like a good guy and with decisions as I would do in real life. So I'm kind of really interested if it's something that can actually see the game into completion. Not entirely certain. So far, as I said, there were a few moments that actually collided with that kind of idea. I had to do things a bit differently than I would have wanted to. But it was just kind of minor things, so it's okay. I was still able to somehow, within margins of error, to actually do things as I wanted.
Yes. Can't you see the sword?
Oh, okay.
Who are you?
Zbyszek being an ass, apparently.
Zbyszek?
Setting some people on us and saying that we are actually stealing from the dead.
Brothers.
It's not good.
Rob you of everything you've got. Especially that fine blade that's of no use to a peasant like you anyway.
Banish the thought. It is my father's sword.
You mean him? I don't think he's going to be needing it.
Are we like gonna fight? I cannot really fight that many men at the same time.
You hand over that sword, I might just let you go. If not, you're in for a family reunion you really don't want.
Leave me alone.
Kill him, Runt! Aye, cut the bastard down. As you like. Could have just cost you a few teeth. Ah!
I really have to fight him, god damn it, I don't really want to. Okay, I need to back off. Ouch! Well, that was quick. Well, he definitely handed my butt to me. Okay. I kinda happy thinking that I wasn't supposed to win this fight anyway. No, don't take my nice swordie. Damn it.
The chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? And now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood.
Maiden bloodletting? I've already killed 2 people.
There's a word
actually, some robbers of dead people. Some brigands.
Well, I'm just a common killer.
They definitely deserved it.
Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, go fuckers!
Oh, Theresa is apparently badass. Okay, I was looking for her before I actually went to the parents, hoping that she's gonna be alive. And she brought help! Oh well, thank you very much then. And we lost the sword, though. Oh, so that was the prologue right now. Well, that was a long one. 5 hours I've played the prologue. Okay, that's brutal. That's rather heavily brutal. If that's just a prologue, then I'm having plenty of game left then. Oh man. Well, I'm kinda guessing that I'm gonna get a ass whooping for running away from the castle, because I wasn't supposed to do that. And right now, they were also having to help me actually save my life, so I don't expect I'm gonna be all that welcome or liked in there, unless actually Theresa used some of her charms for something. Well, the lady did like me, she was wanting to actually help me escape, so maybe it's gonna be fine. Lady Stephanie. But I cannot imagine that actually Lord is gonna be happy about me. And however where I come from, I'm actually from Prague. So that's literally like 50 kilometers away from where this went on. Okay, so we're bleeding. We can apply bandages. We did get some extra bandages actually from one of the guys. That was problematic. Select the eye. Okay, right now we are we alive or... I need to go into inventory, but it somehow won't let me, so... What am I supposed to do now? Okay, so this might be actually some kind of dream world. Okay. Right now I'm fairly confused. Okay, we need to do something here in this dream world, apparently find somebody or something. But we are having limited options where to go. Should be maybe coming into that house? No. No map to help us. Oh, here is something, some people.
Mit keresel itt? Véletlenül kibújtál anyád szoknyája alól?
Okay, we need to back off. Oops. Okay, there are at least a few more guys here. So that is a bit more difficult than I imagined. Okay. We did kill at least a few already in the dream sequence, it seems. Come on, kill him finally. Well, this one is damn tough. Well, at least he got some level in sword fighting, so that's cool. Even in dream sequence, so apparently we're learning, even in sleep.
You need some help? I'll give you some. But first, you need to give me some time. I'll give you 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 some time. I'
But yeah, it was some kind of dream. And we're gonna be plagued by nightmares, it seems. Yeah, I'm also kinda curious where the next stages are gonna be happening in. And I heard that, yes, there should be Prague in the next parts. So, definitely looking forward to that. It's gonna be a whole lot harder to actually somehow materialize. Because there are obviously plenty more architecture and everything in a big city rather than some small village. So interested how they're gonna be dealing with that kind of aspect.